Okay, I want to talk about this transport area on the top of the software. There's a few things that you should know. Let's start from the left to the right, but first, before we do that, I want to bring your attention to a very helpful feature in Ableton. If you go Shift question mark, you will find this info view, and every time you go over anything, it will give you information about that particular thing that your mouse is over. So that's Shift question mark. So at the top here we have Link, which is a protocol that was developed for software to connect to Ableton. So you probably won't want to use that. Tap is to tap in your own tempo. You can tap in your tempo as I'm doing right now. And, set a tempo that you like. I'll just go back here and just go 120 by double clicking. These are for nudging the sequencer in and out of time to external sources, so you probably won't want that too much. And here is our key signature, or our should I say time signature, sorry, and we can change our time signature to all sorts of different things. I'm just going to keep it on 4/4 or 4/1 or whatever. I'll keep it on 4/4 for now. Here is our metronome, and it also allows us to set a count in. If you just click on that little thing there, count in, then the sound, then the rhythm, which, I mean, you don't have to worry too much about this. It's just going to play. If you leave it in auto, it's going to play along. Enable while recording. Well, you can have it on while it's recording, or not, but entirely up to you. Mess around with it, try some stuff out. This section here is about quantization. I just normally leave it to 1. It doesn't really make much of a difference to me, 1 bar. So really the things to think about here are the metronome, turning it on and off, and if I just play along and I go, you can hear the metronome now, turn it on and off. You can change the tempo as you go, but by just increasing it like this, or decreasing it, entirely up to you, or tap it in. Double click will take it back to the default setting. We're moving right along, just turn that off by clicking on it. We have the follow button. This enables, without it on, if I was here, for example, and you'll see my cursor now go out of sight, and if I want to be able to see it, I would need this follow button on, and that's pretty much exactly what that is for. Then you have your position where you are in the session, the play, stop, record. This is for MIDI overdubbing, so if you want to play in some MIDI and then overdub over the top without it replacing the stuff you've already done, then you need to have that enabled. This is automation enabled as well, which we'll come to at some point. This is for recording in session view. Remember, this is the view back here. Not likely to use it. This area here is all about the loop function. So if I was to just drag and select an area and then go Command L, it would loop that area. These two little lines on each side are the punch in and punch out, and they're for recording. So if I was to turn that off and auto enable this, you can hear me talk. It won't start recording until it gets past or into this loop and out the other side. Oh, I need to record. And recording. And you can see that it's stopped and just recorded inside that loop. A really helpful feature for just recording stuff that you need at the time without having to go back to the beginning or whatever. Over here we have a pencil tool, which is helpful for drawing things in if you want to. I don't use it that often, to be perfectly honest. Here is the alternative MIDI input. So if you have a keyboard attached, you won't need this on, but if you just are using your keypad, you need to activate that, and I can go to a MIDI channel, just push record arm, start tapping, and I'll get MIDI information coming in like that. This is for setting or mapping key commands, and this is for mapping MIDI commands, and we'll look at that at some point, but this will be the important one, and I'll look at that in the next video.